Have you ever stepped into the shower at a certain moment of the day, only to step out feeling strangely weak, dizzy, or drained of all energy? Most people never question it. But what if I told you that showering at the wrong time can put your health, your body's natural balance, and even your spiritual energy at risk? There are specific moments in the day when your body becomes physiologically vulnerable. Moments when a sudden change in temperature can shock your system, disrupt your circulation, and leave you feeling faint or unstable. And what's even more surprising is that these vulnerable times often align with the natural rhythms Allah built into creation. Rhythms Islam has encouraged us to respect for over 1,400 years. To understand how real this danger can be, listen to this story. Recently, in Malaysia, a university student returned home after an exhausting football practice that ended right at sunset. Sweaty, dehydrated, and overheated, he rushed straight into a freezing cold shower. Within seconds, he felt the world spinning, his chest tightening, and his legs weakening. Moments later, he collapsed on the bathroom floor. When doctors examined him, they explained his overheated body and low hydration levels couldn't handle the sudden temperature shock. His nervous system went into panic mode, causing him to faint. This is not an isolated case. Around the world, people report similar incidents: weakness, dizziness, sudden migraines, or intense shivering, often happening when they shower at times when the body is naturally more fragile. Whether it's after heavy emotional stress, immediately after a large meal, during moments of extreme fatigue, or late at night when the body's internal temperature drops, the risks are real and often ignored. And when we look closer, we find that these vulnerable moments align closely with the rhythms emphasized in Islamic tradition. Moments of transition, moments of stillness, and moments when the body is meant to rest, not face sudden shock. Watch this until the end. Most people don't know this could impact both your health and your spiritual energy. Comment below. Have you ever felt weak or dizzy after showering at a certain time? Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Share this video with your loved ones, because this knowledge can literally change a life. In Islam, the human body is not something we own. It is something we are entrusted with. Allah has placed it under our care, and every action we take, including the way we eat, sleep, and even bathe, becomes part of this responsibility. The Quran reminds us clearly, do not harm yourselves. Indeed, Allah is ever merciful to you. Quran 4:29. This verse isn't only about avoiding obvious physical danger. Many scholars explain that it includes protecting ourselves from subtle hidden harm, the things we overlook, the routines we never question, and the habits we assume are harmless. Showering at vulnerable times falls into that category. Not forbidden, but unwise. Think of this. Your body has a natural rhythm, a balance created by Allah. Hormones rise and fall, your temperature fluctuates, your energy peaks and drops. When you ignore these rhythms, you violate the trust you've been given. Take the example of a young trader in Dubai. Working long night shifts, he would often shower at 3 a.m. with icy water to wake himself up. Within weeks, he began experiencing sudden muscle spasms, trembling hands, and episodes of breathlessness. Doctors linked it to nervous system stress caused by rapid temperature changes during a time when the body is naturally supposed to be in recovery mode. He wasn't doing anything haram, but he was unintentionally harming the amānah Allah gave him. Islam teaches moderation, reflection, and awareness of the body's condition. Even the Prophet advised against actions that shock the body or cause unnecessary distress. Cleanliness is half of faith, but so is wisdom. When you shower at a time when your body is weak, stressed, or unprepared, you're not only risking dizziness or fatigue, you're neglecting a trust placed in your hands by your Creator. If you care about your health and want to honor the gift Allah gave you, listen closely. Tell me in the comments, do you consider your body an amānah? We often think of showers as something simple, harmless, part of our daily routine. But modern medical research reveals something surprising. Your body reacts very differently depending on the moment you step into the water. There are specific times when a sudden change in temperature, especially extreme heat or cold, can shock your system in ways you don't expect. Let's start with night time. After sunset, and especially during the late hours, your body naturally begins to slow down. Your core temperature drops, your blood pressure lowers, and your cortisol levels fall to prepare you for sleep. This is when a cold shower can hit your system like a lightning strike. The sudden temperature contrast can cause your blood vessels to constrict sharply, leading to dizziness, nausea, or in some cases, fainting. Even hot showers at the wrong moment can cause blood pressure to crash, creating that same spinning sensation many people describe. And it's not just nighttime. Right after eating a heavy meal, the body redirects blood toward digestion. A hot shower at this moment pulls blood away from your digestive organs, triggering weakness or sudden fatigue. Many people report feeling lightheaded after showering post-meal without ever knowing why. Then there's the moment after intense exercise, when the body is overheated, drenched in sweat, and the heart rate is elevated. Jumping straight into a freezing cold shower is one of the biggest mistakes people make. The temperature shock can trigger vagal syncope, a sudden drop in heart rate and blood pressure that leads to fainting. This isn't theoretical. It's happening all over the world. A delivery cyclist in Brazil, exhausted after completing nearly 40 kilometers under the scorching sun, rushed into an ice-cold shower to cool down fast. Within seconds, his vision blurred. He grabbed the wall, felt his legs give out, and collapsed. Doctors later explained that his overheated muscles and dilated blood vessel couldn't handle the instant cold exposure. His body essentially short-circuited. Science confirms what many people feel but never understand. There are windows of time when the body is naturally unstable, shifting between states of rest, heat, digestion, or recovery. Introducing a sudden temperature shock during these transitions puts stress on the heart, blood vessels, and nervous system. And ironically, these windows often line up with moments Islam already treats with caution. Times of transition, times of vulnerability, times when the body and spirit naturally shift. By understanding these rhythms, you're not only protecting your health, you're aligning yourself with the natural order Allah placed within your body. Don't skip this part. The science explains exactly why your energy suddenly crashes. What time of day do you usually shower? Let's compare habits. As we look deeper into this subject, a remarkable connection begins to appear. One that links our biological rhythms directly with the spiritual rhythms emphasized in Islam. For over 1,400 years, Muslims have lived according to a divinely inspired schedule: Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. These are not random times. Each one corresponds to a powerful shift happening inside the human body. And some of these shifts make showering more dangerous than we realize. Let's start at Fajr, before sunrise. At this time, the human body is at its lowest temperature point of the entire 24-hour cycle. Blood pressure is low, and the heart rate is at its calmest. Cortisol, the hormone that wakes your body, hasn't fully risen yet. This means sudden temperature changes, especially cold showers, can be overwhelming. Many people who bathe before Fajr report headaches, dizziness, or a sudden sense of weakness afterward, especially if the water is very cold. It's not forbidden, but it's a moment of vulnerability. Now consider Maghrib, the moment when day transitions into night. Islam teaches us to be especially cautious at this time. The Prophet Muhammad advised the families to bring their children indoors at sunset, because harmful forces become active. Scholars say this includes spiritual and physical instability. But science now shows another layer. Sunset triggers major physiological shifts. Your body begins its descent into the nighttime mode. Temperature drops, blood chemistry changes, and your nervous system transitions from active to restful mode. Showering at this exact moment, especially with cold water, can shock your system and cause the same faintness or dizziness many people report. A woman in Turkey shared a powerful experience. For years, she would rush home from work and immediately shower after Maghrib. Almost every evening, she developed intense headaches and a heavy feeling around her eyes. She assumed it was stress. But when her doctor examined her, he suggested she shift her shower time earlier or later, avoiding that sunset window. Within days, the headaches nearly disappeared. The moment of transition had been overwhelming her body without her realizing. Islamic guidance, too, often highlights the significance of transitions. The Quran describes the alternation of night and day as signs for people who reflect. Even though Islam does not prohibit showering at any specific hour, our tradition teaches us to understand and respect the natural flow Allah created. Moments of energy, moments of rest, and moments of delicate balance. What's remarkable is that both modern science and Islamic wisdom point to the same truth. There are times of the day when the human body is in a sensitive state, and exposing it to sudden temperature changes can disrupt both physical stability and emotional well-being. When we align our daily habits with these natural cycles, we protect not only our physical health, but also the harmony of our inner state. The same harmony Islam encourages us to preserve. Pause here. This is where Islamic timing and modern science meet in a powerful way. Have you ever felt different when showering right before Fajr or at Maghrib? Purification is not only a physical act in Islam, it is deeply spiritual. Every time you wash your body, you are not just removing dirt. You are resetting your energy, calming your mind, and preparing your heart to stand before Allah. But what many people don't realize is that your emotional and energetic state matters just as much as the water you use. When you shower at a moment of emotional turbulence, exhaustion, or physiological instability, the body sometimes reacts with sudden weakness, anxiety, or a strange drop in energy. In Islamic teachings, actions that shock the body or cause distress are discouraged. The Prophet emphasized gentleness in behavior, in worship, and even in taking care of your physical state. Islam teaches balance, not extremes. This idea becomes even clearer when we look at the story of Prophet Ayub, Job. In the Quran, when Allah granted him healing after years of suffering, He instructed him, "Strike the ground with your foot. This is a cool bath and a drink." This simple, profound command shows something important. The temperature, timing, and purpose of washing can be part of healing, not harm. Allah used water as a tool of restoration, but in a way that matched Ayub's condition. A cool bath, not a freezing one, not a scalding one, not at a moment of weakness, but at a moment aligned with his healing phase. This teaches us a subtle but powerful lesson. Purification should support the body, not overwhelm it. Consider a man from Nigeria recovering from chronic stress. Doctors advised him to reduce sudden temperature exposure and instead shower during the early part of the day when his body was naturally more stable. He noticed that morning showers relieved his migraines, lifted his mood, and restored his energy. When he shifted to a gentler, more intentional routine, his overall well-being improved dramatically. Your spiritual energy is affected by how you treat your physical vessel. Islam recognizes this connection. The Prophet said that in the body there is a piece of flesh. If it is sound, the whole body is sound. And while this narration speaks of the heart, it reminds us that the spiritual and physical are inseparable. So when you shower at a time when your body is stressed, late at night, after emotional turmoil, or immediately after intense physical exertion, you disrupt not just your physical balance, but the mental and spiritual clarity that purification is meant to bring. Align your showering habits with moments when your body is ready, when your energy is stable, your heart is calm, and your mind is steady. And you'll notice the difference, not just in your health, but in your spiritual presence. If you've ever wondered why your energy crashes after a shower, this part is for you. Do warm or cold showers give you more energy? Share your experience. Now that we understand how the body reacts to temperature changes and how Islamic rhythms align with these shifts, let's break down the moments when showering becomes most risky. These are the times when your body is naturally unstable, tired, or undergoing internal transitions. Moments when even a simple shower can trigger dizziness, weakness, headaches, or in severe cases, fainting. 1. Immediately before Fajr. This is the coldest, calmest moment for the human body. Blood pressure is low, your heart is slow, and your core temperature is at its lowest point. A sudden cold shower here can sharply constrict blood vessels, while a very hot shower can cause a drop in blood pressure. Many people report feeling disoriented or unusually tired when bathing at this hour. 2. Right after Maghrib. Maghrib marks a major transition. Day becomes night. The environment shifts, and your nervous system begins preparing for rest. Islam already acknowledges sunset as a delicate time, advising caution for children and adults alike. When you shower in this moment, especially with extreme temperatures, your body may not adapt quickly enough, leading to headaches, trembling, or mental fog. 3. Immediately. After intense exercise. This is one of the most dangerous mistakes people make. After a workout, your heart rate is high, your blood vessels are dilated, and your body is overheated. Jumping straight into a freezing shower can shock your system, triggering what doctors call vagal syncope, a sudden drop in heart rate and blood pressure that may cause fainting or chest pressure. Even a hot shower can worsen dehydration and strain your cardiovascular system. A documented case from the UK highlights this clearly. A teenager who repeatedly showered in icy water after 4:30 a.m. Discipline challenges, began experiencing hypothermia-like symptoms, trembling limbs and blackouts. His body simply couldn't handle the repeated shocks at a vulnerable hour. 4. Immediately after a heavy meal. When you eat, your body diverts blood toward digestion. Hot showers redirect blood away from the stomach, causing sudden weakness, nausea, or lightheadedness. Cold showers, on the other hand, can cause cramps and digestive discomfort. 5. After strong emotional stress, your nervous system becomes tense after fear, anger, crying, or emotional shock. A sudden temperature change during this sensitive window can intensify anxiety or trigger shaking spells. All of these times share something in common. Your body is shifting between states. It needs stability, warmth, and calm, not sudden extremes. Islamic wisdom teaches us to avoid actions that cause harm or shock. Modern science confirms the same principle. Abrupt temperature exposure during these transitions destabilizes the cardiovascular and nervous systems. When we ignore these signals, the body pays the price. When we respect them, we protect the amānah Allah has entrusted to us. You might be shocked to learn how many people faint simply because they shower at the wrong time. Which of these harmful shower times surprised you the most? After understanding the moments when showering can weaken the body or shock your system, it's important to remember something essential. Islam does not want you to live in fear or avoid normal routines. Instead, the religion encourages balance, intention, and awareness. The purpose is not to stop showering, but to shower in ways that support your health, energy, and spiritual clarity. Islam's guidance on cleanliness is profound. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Cleanliness is half of faith." But he also taught moderation, never exposing the body to unnecessary harm, stress, or extremes. Islam emphasizes wisdom in every action, including the simplest acts of washing. So when should you shower? 1. When your body is calm and stable. Mid-morning or early afternoon are times when body temperature is regulated, blood flow is steady, and hormones are balanced. Showering during these hours usually refreshes rather than shocks the system. 2. Before prayer when needed. When performing wudu or ghusl, Islam urges purity and presence. Many scholars note that performing wudu during times of physical calm enhances mindfulness during salah. You're not just cleaning your body, you're preparing your soul. 3. After letting the body cool down. If you've been exercising, stressed, crying, or exposed to extreme heat or cold, give your body a few minutes to normalize. The Prophet discouraged acting immediately after emotional spikes. This includes exposing the body to extremes. 4. Using moderate temperatures. The Prophet used mild, balanced water, not overly cold or excessively hot. Extreme temperatures create shock. Moderate temperatures offer purification and calm. 5. With mindfulness and intention. Islam teaches that a simple act becomes worship with the right intention. Even showering can be an act of ibadah when you intend to preserve the body Allah entrusted to you. A balanced shower routine at the right times and temperatures supports mental clarity, eases stress, and enhances spiritual focus. Consider the story of a businessman in Indonesia who shifted his late-night shower routine to the early part of the day. He expected nothing, but within a week, he noticed his headaches disappearing, his mood stabilizing, and his sleep improving. What changed? Not the water, just the timing. He aligned his habits with his body's natural flow, and the results were immediate. Islam is a religion of harmony between the body, the soul, and the natural world. When you shower during supportive times and avoid moments of vulnerability, you are not only caring for your physical health, but also aligning yourself with the balance Allah placed in creation. Here's how to protect both your health and your spiritual energy starting today. Should I make a follow-up video teaching the safest shower routines in Islam? Now that you've discovered how the timing of a simple shower can impact your physical strength, your energy, and even your spiritual presence, take a moment to reflect. Sometimes, the smallest daily habits have the deepest effects on our well-being. And Islam teaches us that wisdom lies in paying attention to the details of life, the rhythms, the transitions, the moments Allah placed within the natural world. Your body is an amānah, your health is a blessing, and your daily routines shape your energy, your clarity, and your ability to worship with presence and focus. By avoiding vulnerable times and choosing moments that support your body's natural balance, you're not only protecting your health, you're living in harmony with the divine system Allah created. So before you step into the shower again, pause. Remember what you've learned. Choose the time that strengthens you, not the time that weakens you. These small decisions accumulate, shaping your days, your energy, and even your connection to your Creator. And if this video opened your eyes, imagine how many others are unknowingly harming themselves without realizing it. You could be the reason someone avoids dizziness, a fainting episode, or a nighttime panic caused by sudden temperature shock. Share this video with someone who showers late at night. You might protect their health. What other daily habits should I explain from both science and Islamic wisdom? Comment below.